Have you ever noticed that some people seem unstoppable, full of energy, confidence, and focus, while others drag themselves through the day, tired and unmotivated? The secret isn't luck, talent, or even money. The secret is hidden in the very first hour of the morning, because the way you start your day determines the way you live your life. They say how you start your day determines how you live your life. The morning sets the tone for everything that follows, and by mastering a few powerful habits, you can transform your health, mindset, and productivity. Today, I want to share with you 5 simple but life-changing morning habits. First, start your day with hydration. A glass of water after waking up energizes your body, flushes out toxins, and wakes up your system. Second, practice gratitude. Spend a few moments reflecting on what you are thankful for. This small act shifts your mindset from stress to positivity. Third, move your body with exercise. It doesn't have to be a full workout. Even stretching or a quick walk will boost your energy and focus. Fourth, embrace mindfulness. Meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can clear your mind and prepare you for the day ahead. Finally, feed your brain with learning. Read a book, listen to a podcast, or write down new ideas. Growing each day gives you an edge in life. Remember, success is not built overnight, it's built every morning. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. 1. Hydration. The very first habit that can truly transform your mornings is hydration. Now, most of us underestimate the power of something as simple as drinking water, but let me explain why it's so important. When you sleep for 6, 7, or even 8 hours, your body goes without water that entire time. Imagine not watering a plant for 8 hours in the heat. It starts to droop, right? In the same way, your body wakes up dehydrated. And dehydration, even mild, can cause fatigue, headaches, poor concentration, and low energy levels. So, the best gift you can give yourself in the morning is a tall glass of water. This is not just about quenching your thirst, it's about jump-starting your system. Water flushes out toxins that build up overnight, kickstarts your metabolism, and even helps your digestive system get ready for the day. In fact, studies have shown that drinking water first thing in the morning can improve alertness and overall mood. Now, here's the key. Don't just gulp it down mindlessly. Make it a ritual. Place a glass or a bottle of water next to your bed before you sleep, so it's the very first thing you see in the morning. Some people even add a slice of lemon for extra vitamin C and freshness. Others prefer warm water to gently wake up the body. The method doesn't matter as much as the consistency. Think of hydration as pressing the on button for your body. Without it, you're trying to run your day on low power mode. And you know what happens to a phone on low power? It slows down, it lags, it doesn't function at its best. But with hydration, you're charging yourself to full capacity, ready to face the challenges of the day. And here's something else. Water in the morning also helps with skin health, making you look fresher and more radiant. It supports brain function, helps regulate blood flow, and even boosts weight management by curbing unnecessary cravings. So when you drink that first glass of water, you're not just doing something small. You're investing in your overall health, energy, and confidence. 2. Gratitude. The second powerful morning habit that can change your life forever is gratitude. Now, this is something many people overlook because it feels too simple to be life-changing. But the truth is, gratitude is not just a feel-good activity. It's a mindset shift, and it has a deep impact on your brain, your emotions, and your outlook on life. Think about it. Most of us wake up in the morning, and the first thing we do is check our phones. We scroll through emails, news, or social media, and instantly our minds are filled with stress, comparison, or negativity. We start the day feeling like we are already behind. But what if, instead of rushing into stress, we paused for just 2 minutes and focused on what we are grateful for? Gratitude is like a lens. When you put it on, you see the world differently. Problems don't disappear, but they shrink. Opportunities become more visible. Gratitude turns I have to into I get to. Instead of I have to go to work, it becomes I get to go to work and earn, learn, and grow. That simple shift changes your entire energy. Science even backs this up. Studies in positive psychology show that people who practice daily gratitude are happier, more optimistic, less stressed, and even physically healthier. Gratitude reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases dopamine and serotonin, the happy chemicals in your brain. In other words, by being thankful, you are literally rewiring your brain to focus on positivity. So how can you practice gratitude in the morning? You don't need anything fancy. Just sit quietly and think of 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big. It could be something as simple as, I'm grateful for the air I breathe. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for this new day to improve myself. You can write them in a journal, say them out loud, or even just whisper them to yourself. And here's the beauty of it, gratitude grows. The more you practice it, the more you find to be grateful for. It's like training your mind to notice the good instead of the bad. Imagine starting every day on that frequency, calm, thankful, and positive. You walk into your day differently. You face challenges differently. You interact with people differently. Gratitude is not about ignoring problems or pretending life is perfect. It's about focusing on what's working instead of what's broken. It's about realizing that even on your toughest days, there is always something to be thankful for. Your breath, your opportunities, your lessons, even your struggles, because struggles make you stronger. So when you wake up tomorrow, before you grab your phone, grab a moment of gratitude. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can be thankful for right now? And let that answer set the tone for your day. 3. Exercise. The third morning habit that has the power to change your life forever is exercise. Now, I know when people hear the word exercise, they immediately picture hours at the gym, heavy weights, or running marathons. But let me tell you this. Exercise doesn't have to be extreme. It just has to be consistent. Think of your body as a vehicle. If you don't move it, it rusts. But if you start it every morning, even with just a short warm-up, it runs smoothly throughout the day. That's exactly what exercise does. It wakes up not just your muscles, but your mind, your heart, and your spirit. When you move your body in the morning, you are telling your brain, I'm ready, I'm alive, I'm in control. Exercise boosts blood circulation, delivers oxygen to your cells, and floods your system with endorphins, the natural chemicals that make you feel happier and more energized. That's why, after even a 10-minute workout, you don't just feel physically better, you feel mentally sharper and emotionally stronger. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter what type of exercise you do. Some people prefer yoga to stretch and find balance. Others love jogging to build stamina. Some do bodyweight workouts, while others simply take a brisk walk outdoors. What matters is that you move. Even 5 minutes of stretching, squats, or push-ups is enough to shift your energy. Because it's not about the length, it's about the habit. But exercise in the morning is more than just physical health. It teaches discipline. Think about it. When you push yourself to move your body when your bed is calling you to stay, you are building self-control. You are training your mind to win against laziness, and that mental strength doesn't just stay in your workout. It carries into every part of your life. If you can discipline yourself to do push-ups when you don't feel like it, you can discipline yourself to work on your goals when motivation is low. If you can go for a run when it's cold outside, you can face challenges with courage instead of excuses. Morning exercise is not just about fitness. It's about becoming the kind of person who shows up, no matter what. And here's another powerful benefit. When you exercise in the morning, you set your day on a foundation of energy instead of exhaustion. You don't need 3 cups of coffee to wake up, because your body itself becomes the source of your fuel. Imagine walking into your school, office, or workplace already energized, while others are still dragging their feet. You stand out. You perform better. You feel unstoppable. So don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect routine. Start small. Stretch on the floor. Do a few jumping jacks. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. The point is to move. And once it becomes a daily habit, it won't feel like a chore anymore. It will feel like brushing your teeth, something automatic, something essential, something that defines your lifestyle. For mindfulness, the 4th morning habit that can completely transform your life is mindfulness. Now, in today's world, our minds are constantly overloaded. Notifications, deadlines, noise, responsibilities. Our brains are running faster than ever. But the danger is this. When your mind is always racing, you're not living your life. You're just reacting to it. And that's where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is the practice of slowing down and becoming aware of your breath, your thoughts, your feelings, and your present moment. It's about giving your mind the same care you give your body. Just like exercise strengthens your muscles, mindfulness strengthens your focus, your clarity, and your inner peace. Most of us wake up and immediately let the outside world control us. We grab our phones, check our emails, scroll through social media, and before we even step out of bed, our mind is already scattered. But imagine starting your day differently. by centering yourself, by calming your thoughts, by grounding your energy. That's what mindfulness does. Mindfulness in the morning can take many forms. It could be meditation, where you sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. It could be journaling, where you write down your thoughts, feelings, and intentions for the day. It could even be deep breathing exercises, where you inhale slowly, hold, and exhale, releasing stress with every breath. Some people even practice mindful walking, simply walking slowly, noticing every step, every sound, every sensation. The method doesn't matter. The purpose is to connect with yourself before you connect with the world. And here's the power of mindfulness. It creates space. Space between you and your emotions. Space between you and your reactions. Space between chaos and calm. Instead of instantly snapping when something goes wrong, you pause, breathe, and respond with clarity. Instead of drowning in stress, you learn to rise above it. Science confirms this too. Studies show that practicing mindfulness reduces anxiety, improves memory, sharpens focus, and even strengthens the immune system. People who meditate regularly are calmer, more creative, and more resilient in the face of challenges. In other words, mindfulness makes you not just healthier, but stronger, wiser, and more in control of your life. And let's be real, mindfulness doesn't require hours of silence in a monastery. Even 5 minutes can change the way your whole day unfolds. Just 5 minutes of breathing deeply, clearing your mind, and setting an intention can create a ripple effect that lasts all day long. Think of mindfulness like tuning an instrument. If you play a guitar that's out of tune, no matter how skilled you are, the sound won't be pleasant. But if you take a moment to tune it, suddenly everything flows beautifully. Your mind is the same. When you start your morning with mindfulness, you're tuning your mind for the day ahead, so your thoughts, actions, and decisions align in harmony. So tomorrow morning, try this. Before the noise of the world enters your life, give yourself just a few minutes of silence, stillness, and awareness. You'll notice that the rest of your day feels lighter, clearer, and more purposeful. 5. Learning. The 5th morning habit that can truly change your life forever is learning. And when I say learning, I don't just mean studying for school or preparing for exams. I mean feeding your mind every single day, just like you feed your body. Think about this. Your brain is the most powerful tool you have. It shapes your decisions, your opportunities, your future. Yet so many people wake up and never give their mind any nourishment. They scroll, they complain, they rush, but they don't grow. And if you are not growing, you are stuck. But the moment you commit to learning something new each morning, you separate yourself from the crowd. You put yourself on the path of progress, and progress is what creates confidence. Now, learning in the morning doesn't have to be overwhelming. It could be reading 10 pages of a good book. It could be listening to a podcast while you get ready. It could be writing down your thoughts, practicing a new skill, or even watching a short educational video. The point is not the medium, the point is the consistency. Because even small lessons, stacked daily, turn into massive wisdom over time. Imagine this. If you read just 10 pages a day, that's 300 pages a month. That's a whole book. In a year, you could finish 12 books, and not just any books. Books that expand your mindset, strengthen your knowledge, and inspire your actions. One book can give you an idea that changes your career. One sentence can shift your perspective forever. That's the power of learning. And here's something even deeper. Learning in the morning sets your mind into a growth mode. Instead of starting the day with stress, gossip, or distractions, you're telling your brain, I am here to evolve. I am here to rise. I am here to get better today than I was yesterday. That shift in mindset doesn't just stay with you in the morning. It carries through your entire day. You begin to see challenges as lessons, failures as teachers, life itself as a classroom. The most successful people in the world, leaders, entrepreneurs, innovators, are lifelong learners. They never stop growing because they know that the more they learn, the more they can give, and the more they can achieve. If you want to stay ahead in this fast-moving world, you cannot rely only on what you already know. You must keep expanding. And the best time to do that? In the morning, when your mind is fresh, your energy is new, and your focus is sharp. Learning also builds self-respect. When you dedicate time to improving yourself, you prove to yourself that you are worth investing in. That self-belief becomes unshakable. And when you walk into your day knowing you've already grown, even before others have even woken up, you carry a quiet confidence that nothing can take away. So tomorrow morning, Instead of scrolling endlessly, choose to learn. Pick up that book, play that podcast, write that reflection. Invest those first few minutes in your growth, and watch how much your future self thanks you. So, my friends, these 5 habits, hydration, gratitude, exercise, mindfulness, and learning, are not just morning routines. They are building blocks for a stronger body, a calmer mind, and a more purposeful life. Remember, success doesn't come from one giant leap. It comes from small, consistent steps. And those steps begin every single morning. The way you start your day is the way you shape your destiny. You don't have to change everything at once. Start with one habit, master it, then add another. Slowly, these small changes will stack up until one day you'll look back and realize you are no longer the same person you used to be. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are unstoppable. So tomorrow morning, don't just wake up, rise up. Rise with energy, rise with gratitude, rise with purpose. Because your mornings are not just the start of your day, they are the start of your future. Thank you